Hey everybody, my name's Neil, and I'm spending the weekend at this awesome dome just outside of Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. It's called East Coast Hideaways Dome. It has so many cool things, I can't wait to show you everything. So join me with a bit of a tour here and have some fun. The East Coast Hideaways Dome is located just 20 minutes outside of Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. Moncton is the biggest city in New Brunswick, so you might think that 20 minutes outside isn't far enough away from all the hustle and bustle of the city, but you'd be wrong. It's extremely secluded, and you'd think you were in the middle of nowhere actually, because the only thing that you can hear is the wind and the trees creaking. Google Maps has the exact location a little bit wrong, so I've corrected it here in this map on the screen, but it's generally in this area. The dome can be found on Airbnb, including all of the details you'd need to know. Their booking availability is up to date and the owners are extremely communicative and easy to talk to. They are very willing to help and answer any questions that you may have, and are also extremely proud of their dome, as they should be. The dome is completely private, you have it all to yourself. It offers self-check-in, and before you arrive, they just send you a message with a code to the door. Super easy. Checkout is just as easy. You tidy up, clean your mess, and make sure everything is as it was when you arrived, and then you leave. Simple as that. It comes fully equipped with a bathroom, kitchen, wood pellet fireplace, wood stove hot tub, skylight, and many more awesome features, all of which you'll see in this video. So join me, because I'm about to show you every inch of this place inside and out. Let's start off with how my first impression went when I arrived. So when I got there, it was already dark, but they had all the lights on, so it was very welcoming. It was also extremely cold. You could actually see the steam rising on the deck from the hot tub. As I walked up onto the deck, I began to realize that this place was actually a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Seeing into the back with all the lights wrapping around, I literally stopped and basically did a 360 of the entire place and got very excited for my next 2 days here. And then I went inside. I don't know if I've ever been in a place that was that immediately welcoming. It was beautiful, and I loved the accent light underneath the bed. If you guys know me, you know that I love my accent lighting, and specifically RGB lighting. So I really appreciated this touch. A big first impression was the giant back wall behind the bed of reclaimed wood leading up into a beautiful stargazing skylight. It was also tastefully decorated and everything was laid out very nice. It had a great rustic feel, and they even had rustic style lights to complement everything as well. Although this does come with a pellet stove for heat, it also comes with a heat pump itself. It provides extra heat in the winter and air conditioning in the summer. But back to the pellet stove, because it was absolutely my favorite thing about the entire dome. I was obsessed with this thing. It was just so welcoming and easy to use and clean. I really liked watching the pellets drop down into the fire. Just seeing how the stove worked from an engineering perspective was actually really cool. You could see the pellets drop down and immediately catch fire. There was a top load system where all the pellets went, and it was a really cold weekend, minus 30 Celsius here in Canada, and it was able to keep up the entire weekend and keep it warm. I think the best part was waking up in the morning when it was at the coldest outside, minus 30, minus 35, and just having that fire right next to you in bed. Because it was so cold that frost was actually developing on the inside of the dome on the windows. Its distance from the bed was perfect, far enough to not burn you, but close enough to keep you warm. The main room had a good amount of space. There was even a little table there to have your meals on, and a curtain that wrapped around the entire front of the window for extreme privacy. One of my favorite accents in that room was a long hanging rustic light. It just provided that little bit of extra light that you need at night when the sun's down. The wall behind the bed running up the middle of the dome was made out of reclaimed wood and really added to the rustic feel as well. One of the best parts of the dome was this skylight above. It didn't matter if it was daytime or nighttime. The fact that you could look up and see the sky, the clouds, or the stars, amazing feature. Every piece of board on that back wall was just a little bit different. It really added personality and character to the entire place. Now you might be thinking that the bathroom in this place was a little bit small. It actually wasn't. It was very spacious. You had lots of room to take a full-size stand-up shower, plenty of place to change, put your dirty laundry, to get ready in the morning, and it also had a really cool blue vibrant sink, which was awesome. It was a little bit big for my personal taste, but I loved the styling. There was still plenty of space on the right of the counter to put your toothbrush, toothpaste, toiletries, and all your things. The bathroom also had those rustic style lights, which was a great accent. The kitchen was actually the smallest of the 3 rooms, but it was plenty big to satisfy the average person. It had a full-size sink and tap, a vent hood with storage above, really cool rustic lighting for accent, and custom wooden shelves. There were lots of places to store cups and glasses, and I never once felt like it wasn't big enough. It even comes with extra stuff for you to use like spatulas and spices and oil. And of course it comes with an electric cooktop, which worked perfectly. And of course, yes, it does come with a fridge. It's not that big, but plenty big for a weekend or even a week. Now, one of the coolest features of this place, if not the coolest feature, is the custom-made wood fire hot tub outside. It's very easy to use, gives you the perfect temperature almost every time with little management or effort, and is extremely comfortable to spend time in. Just to the right of the hot tub is a giant bin of wood for easy access. It's actually literally a half a step away and could not be any more convenient. You simply lift the top off, drop in the wood, and let it do its thing with minimal management needed. I found it took roughly 30 to 40 minutes to heat up to my desired temperature, but I like my hot tubs to be really hot. Additionally, it was extremely cold out, so on an average winter day, it would probably heat up much faster. It's a really unique experience to have deathly cold temperatures outside, but being in the contrasted hot water, I loved it. I would recommend not dipping your hair in the water though, because it will freeze almost instantly after you bring it out and let it sit in that cold air for a few minutes. I did it on purpose because I knew what was going to happen and I just wanted to experience it, but it definitely gave me a headache and I did regret doing it. The deck itself is actually quite spacious. It comes with a table and chair set to sit in, but if you brought additional chairs, there would be plenty of space for them. During the day, the dome and area are just as beautiful as it is at night. One thing I appreciated was the ability to see under the dome, revealing the plumbing and some of the construction. Sometimes it's nice to see how things work and how they were built. On the back of the dome is a small locked shed as well as the exterior unit of the heat pump. On the far side is the exhaust chimney for the wood pellet stove. The only piece of actual physical wood construction of the dome is the door, and the deck of course. The dome is positioned and pointed perfectly, so during the majority of the day you get that amazing sunlight shining right through the big front windows. On the other side of the deck is a staircase leading down to the yard, I'll call it. It's actually quite big, and in the summertime I picture washer toss being set up and maybe some other outdoor games as well. The entire yard is surrounded by nice accent lights that remain on during the day as well. There is a well-constructed fireplace in the area with 2 seats and a little wooden table in between them. It was so cold during my visit here that any real time I spent outside was in the hot tub, so unfortunately I didn't even get a chance to use this fireplace or this area. Switching back to night, the dome takes on a different personality. It's very cozy and welcoming, and with the string lights surrounding the entire yard, it almost feels like you're in a movie. It would be a great time to take advantage of that fireplace. It was possible to stargaze, but there was almost too much light from the dome and the yard to make it a great spot for it. If you plan on doing some astrophotography, this is not a good spot for it. Trust me, I tried and failed. So regardless if it's day or night, both personalities of this place are equally as enjoyable and welcoming. I would 100% recommend this dome and really encourage you to visit if you can. If you'd like to see some photos I took during my time here, head on over to my Instagram. It's NEILTAYLORR, and it's also linked in the description of this video. You can see more imagery of this dome inside and out, and don't forget to toss me a follow to see more adventures in the future. And if you enjoyed this video and are new to my YouTube channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button as well. Have a great day, and take care.